Hello and welcome to JDBC API tutorial. My name is Salman and today I am going to teach you how to create database connectivity in Java using NetBeans 8.0.2 and SQL Server 2012. Let's start with JDBC introduction. JDBC is a database connectivity technology provided by Oracle Corporation to connect with SQL Server or any other database in Java programming language, of course. You can create database connectivity with different databases like MS Access, SQL Server, MySQL, or Oracle, etc. There are four types of JDBC driver: Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, and Type 4. Today I am going to talk about Type 4 database connectivity. Why? Because it is purely written in Java. Type 4 database connectivity, as I told you, is written completely in Java and it is platform independent. It is installed inside the JVM of client's machine. That's why its performance is much better than Type 1 and Type 2 drivers. Before we proceed to the code, there are some prerequisites. First, you need to download JDBC driver for SQL and you need to download SQL JDBC authentication file, which is of course a DLL file. And you can download both files from this link, msdn.microsoft.com. In this link, you will find download the Microsoft JDBC driver 4.1 or 4.0 for SQL Server. Just click on this link. It will ask you to select your language. I have selected an English language and then click download. It will ask me to click here because I have already downloaded this driver. So let's click here and let me show you which file you need to download. This file, SQL JDBC underscore 4.0.2206.100 underscore enu.exe file. Here I have found try again link, but when you will download first time, you will find a download link. I'm just going to cancel this. Let's go where I have downloaded this link. Here it is. This is an exe file. You have to double click on this and unzip this folder. It will unzip right here. In this folder you will find two most important files. The first file is of course SQL JDBC 4.jar file and second is the authentication file. In this authentication file you will find two type of files again, 64-bit and 32-bit. If you are using 32-bit operating system, then you will have to copy this file, and if you are using 64-bit operating system, then you need to copy this file and paste in your project folder. The third thing you need to do is to go to SQL Server Configuration Manager and check for TCP IP property. Let's go there and check it. Here, under the tab of SQL Server Network Configuration, you will find Protocol for MS SQL Server. Here you will find Protocol for TCP IP. You have to right click on this and go to Properties. Under the tab of IP address, you have to enable yes all these properties. There you go. I have already enabled this, but when you will install fresh or you will fresh install your SQL Server, this property will be set to no by default. Okay, I have already done this. Here you go. You will see all the properties are set to yes. Not a single property should be on no, otherwise this will not work. I have already done this. You can see this. Okay. Then you have to check TCP port is set to 1433 or not. In my case it is set. Where you can find this, again you have to go to properties, IP address, and here it is 1433 and it is written in TCP port everywhere. So in my case I am good with this. Okay, once you have done this, remember to restart the service. This is a SQL Server service. To restart this service, you have to right click on this and just restart it. It will take some time. Once it is restarted, then we have to code our project. Okay, my service has been restarted successfully. So I am done with my prerequisites, and in next tutorial, in next part basically, I will teach you how to create database connectivity from a project, and we will insert some data in SQL Server, and we will also copy our downloaded file into our project and in our project folder as well. So thank you for watching this video. We will continue this in the second part as well.